everyone, and welcome to Brands Hatch for the round 1 of the Ginetta GT4 Championship. I'm Demps151, I'll be commentating you through. Let's get this race underway. And it's lights out and away we go for the first round. And I'm down in 11th place, 12th place at the moment, into the first corner. We're having to juggle about. It's all about being safe for the first corner. You want to look out for the black cars with a red and blue stripe out there, Team Hamster. And haven't you noticed both of them are on the outside? That's called Hamster and Falcon, who made contact with each other on the first corner. Falcon tucks behind me, and now I've got Soup Nazi in front of me. So the first lap or two, you want to try and stay out of trouble. A little bit of contact between two teammates, but out in front is Sponge, which is part of our team as well. So it's 4 cars in our team. It's me, Corporal Hamster, Falcon and Sponge. So the first lap almost done with. Falcon right behind me. At this point I'm telling him to get past. I missed my gear change. I let him get through on the right hand side. I know he's that bit quicker than me. So he jumps in front into 10th place. The points run all the way down to 10th place. On the website it just said 15th, so we're not sure at the moment. We think it's 10th place, but as the main aim was just for all 4 of us to score points in the first race. There are a lot of strong races in here. The qualifying was brilliant. Matt, FTB Matt I think his name was, he qualified on pole position, but the gap all the way down to about 16th, 17th was less than a second a gap. With a small circuit as well, you really can't pull massive gaps. It's always going to be very tight. So as you head on to lap 3, as you can see, there's a little gap between me and Falcon at the moment. I'm car twitching, and there's a car on the outside, and it looks like Carl has dropped down the order. So Falcon looking down the inside. He's going to put him on the outside for the next corner. Just backs off, thinks about it. It's a 25 lap race, so you have to be thinking about the long run. Already someone in the pit lane, just coming out now. So the 3rd lap now, cars starting to spread out, as you notice behind me. FTP Clone I think his name is. He's a fair bit behind me. Now I'm right behind Falcon now. I don't want to attack him. I want him to carry on doing what he wants to do in front. There's no point in me attacking him or any of us on the same team. And there's the pole position sitter. It's Matt. FTP Black has gone and dropped all the way down into 10th place. I nipped up his inside just at the last moment there. Now he's all over my back end. Dropped down into 2nd gear for this tight left-hander. A really tricky left-hander. If you run onto rumble strips on the outside, you lose a lot of speed. And again, I'm right back with Falcon as the group in front starts to slow us down, and Matt's got a bit of room, and I run a tad wide. Matt jumps down the inside of me, and back up into 9th place goes Matt. Falcon still locking all the way around. Clone has closed the gap as well behind me to less than a second. It's 0.6 seconds at the moment. And Falcon looking around the outside, a little bit of contact there, but nothing major. And Matt now going down, trying to make it free abreast into the hairpin. It's not going to happen. Druid's hairpin, a popular overtaking place, and as you can see behind me, Clone has closed the gap right up, and Falcon's gained another position, but he runs a tad wide onto the rumble strip and onto the extra bit of AstroTurf or whatever they want to call it, and it cost him 2 places, down back into 9th place. And Matt gaining that extra place as someone has put a advertising on in the middle of the track with a contact. Now you can see this little group in the top left hand corner with the map. There's a little group for us. We're holding each other up. We haven't got the space. We're trying to attack. As you can see, the 2 guys right in front of this little group battling away, so he's slowing us down that a little bit. And Matt going down the inside, and now he's been put on back onto the outside. And me and Falcon just biding this time at the moment. It's all about trying to keep it on the track. we discussed it before the race. The main thing was just to keep it on the track. You see a little twitch for me as I entered the corner, but still stuck there. So Clone 0.8 seconds behind now. So we pulled the gap again onto lap 7 of 47.8 for the lap time there. I think the fastest was around the 1:47 dead mark. So down into second gear. Falcon's still hunting around the back of Matt now. He's really tight in front. I'm not wanting to get too close to Falcon. I don't want him looking in the mirror. And Falcon having a little look. Now Matt having a look on the car in front. He's looking down the inside and I think he's done it now. Falcon now wants to try and follow him through. But Matt being hung out to dry on that outside. Now Falcon takes his opportunity. Matt runs a bit wide. Now I get the run. Can I get on the outside of Matt? FTP Matt is on my inside. He brakes a lot later than me. Now see if I can get the run up. And Matt gets a bit of a drift on. And down the inside there off the track goes Bollering. And down the inside of Matt I go. Trying to follow Falcon through. Up into 8th place. But now FTP Matt is back on my outside. You can see him ducking and diving trying to find that guy. He's back on the inside. Great racing from FTP Matt. Up into 8th place he gets. So David B is behind me, but he's 2.7 seconds behind me. And there is Corporal Hamster taking over the race from David B. So now I've got a 3.4 second gap from Corporal Hamster. I've got FTP Matt just in front of me, and then just in front of him is Falcon, who's got a little gap, and there goes Matt. For some reason I tried following him. It cost me a bit of time, but it cost him a little bit more. Now again a deep lunge down the inside, later on the brakes, but he sticks on the outside of me. I try squeezing him out, but you've got to leave that racing room though. But I get in front, and again Matt just drops back that a little bit further, so not the biggest bit of breathing space, but it's a bit keep me comfortable for the time being. But he's straight back on me. There's no messing about from Matt. It's a great championship. How tight it is, and this season's going to be interesting. Sponge is still leading the way. He's having a great race out in front for Team Hamster, and there my back end just stepping out that little bit. I seem to have got a better run out of this corner. It's not my greatest of tracks. I do struggle a lot for the first corner. Back end totally out there, correcting it. And Falcon hassling the two cars in front, trying to get up into 6th place. It's a battle for 5th place at the moment, just in front. You can just see the headlights battle anyway. And I've still got Matt right behind me. Headlights ablaze on Matt's car. He's making himself known. I run a tad while I get on the power as quick as I can. But Matt's coming down the inside of me on the start-finish straight. There you can just see the front end of him as we cross the start-finish straight. I brake that a little bit late and he goes down the inside. A good move from Matt. And there we go. I lose the back end. Too much curb. I come back on the track now. This is Hamster is coming behind me. I can see him in the mirror. I want to let him pass. I say pass on the outside. And I'm thinking he's passed, but he hasn't. I just see a clear glimpse of him in the mirror. So I back off here, let him get through. I've cost myself with a mistake. I get in front of David B. So now I'm stuck behind, well not stuck behind, but I've gone behind Corporal Hamster. So I've dropped a place from that mistake going into the first corner. Took too much curb. The front end seemed to get dragged in, and the back end just wanted to flick out, and it's cost me a fair bit of time. Down into 10th place, Corporal Hamster in 9th. Falcon in 7th place currently, I think, and Sponge still out in front doing the job for us at the moment. But the main thing is we are all in the points. So again, the same with Falcon. I don't want to get too close. I don't want to bother Corporal Hamster too much. I just want to sit behind him and see if we can catch the cars in front. That's the cars we're catching at the moment are back markers, so they'll be getting the blue flags. And if you're watching this and you do a lot of online racing, please if you want to be taken seriously this sort of game, please get out of the way when the blue flags are waving. There's no point in getting in people's ways if the blue flags are waving. I think it's pointless for you and it's pointless for them to even get involved with you. So into the first corner, there's a couple of hamsters, a bit twitchy on the exit. Up into Druids, hard on the brakes as you can see. Another back marker, so blue flags are waving. He gets out of the way eventually. He does make it that tad bit hard. I have to cut his front end off almost to get into the corner. He didn't seem to move totally out of the way for me. He got out of the way, hamster. This quick left right hander as you head back down on start finish straight. A little bit of lag there. You saw a couple of hamsters. Car just jumped to the left. See, couple hamster has got damage from the very start as we had a few server issues, and there you go. I've lost the back end again in lap 14. Keep it going though. Lost a bit of time. As I was saying, couple hamster got a bit of damage to the front of his car after an incident. Only a game glitch incident as a ghost car on his screen didn't move, so he hit the back end of it, and that car happened to be Sponge. Well, Sponge's ghost car, so it wasn't Sponge's fault. I never saw it on my screen, he never saw it on his screen, it was just on Hamster's screen, and he damaged his front end, so he's dealing with a lot of understeer at the moment. So currently I am a bit quicker. As you see, every time I do drop back, I catch straight back up with him. But again, we're just concentrating on keeping on the track. First race of the season, we don't want to cost each other points from attacking each other. So braking heavy into Druids again, lap 15. We've got David B behind us, not far behind us, but we've got a little 1.2 second gap to him now. And Hamster just in front of me, literally 0.2 down to 0.1 seconds a couple of times. There I run onto the grass. I'm braking a bit late. I've cut back in. Now David B's alongside me. He seems to back off as he sees me coming back on the track. I didn't know whether we touched, but I did try and give him that room, and there was plenty of room still to the right hand side of me. So he sees mistakes while coming now. You can push hard. There's like 3 different stages. There's cruising round, there's pushing hard, and then pushing too hard. You can always go too hard. If you start pushing too hard and trying too hard, that's when you make silly mistakes. And then we move up into 8th as 2 cars have an incident just in front of us. Well, they were in front of Corporal Hamster. He did come over the, as we're calling it, the team radio, which is just team speak. Say 2 cars have gone off, and they were the 2 cars in front of us. So that puts me and Corporal Hamster in 7th, 8th, David B into 9th place, and Falcon still doing the business up there. He's pushing hard. He's been up to about 4th or 5th place at the moment. Unfortunately, I did try and use the replay view, but due to game glitches, what probably you all know about if you're into your project cars, it's working, but it's not working properly. We've got cars missing and different cars in different liveries, and it'll be too difficult to use because cars are in wrong liveries and cars are missing. So please, Mad Dog Studio, please don't forget about us on PC and do some updates. Please, we're begging you. Just some updates we'll be happy about. As you can see now, the gap, Couple Hamster 1.2, 1.3 seconds in front. A big twitch as they enter the first corner. A run tad wide, just a couple of wheels on the gravel. I'm starting to get frustrated with myself because we did a practice earlier on that day with 2 races. The first race was similar to the second race. I did make 1 mistake, and it was nice and smooth. And but when it comes to the race day, it just seemed it was odd little mistake, and there were little stupid mistakes which cost me time and places. Could have been a lot further up. Braking hard into 2nd gear, swinging round. So we've got it on correct time of day. As you can see, we did it in a late summer's evening, so the sun's still up. but it is at that awkward level as you come round the final corner. And I think round the exit of Druids, you get a lot of sun in the eyes. It's a bit of a struggle. Up into Druids on lap 19. And there you can just see the sun just peeking over. I think, here you go, you turn left here, and the sun has gone down a little bit, so you don't get it that much. It is mainly out that last corner. So Hamster's got a 2-second gap over me at the moment. You see a lot of fight in that stereo through the quick chicane, the car bouncing off the curb. So powering out. So the next race, the next round of this Ginetta GT4 Project League Racing Championship is at Donington Park on the 12th of the... it'll be the 7th, won't it? Well, Jesus Christ, these months are flying by this year. Down into first into Druids, gap still the same. We've entered a bit of a race where we're consolidating the positions at the moment. There's no point in pushing too hard. Out of 24 cars, there's all 4 of us in the top 10 for the constructors points. This is spot on. We don't want to mess this up now. It could have been better. It definitely could have been better. But before the race started, we said main aim, finish the race or finishing the points, and that's what we did. I think because of qualifying, Sponge second, Falcon fourth, and I think it was Hamster sixth. I was down in 11th, couldn't get that lap in to get any further up. With it being that tight, with it being a short track, very tight, and running wide, one of the back markers getting out of the way, big style all the way onto the grass. Because of the qualifying, we were very optimistic. Now Sponge is still out front, so he's got the pace on this track and he's really leading the way and looking very good. I'm starting to pump some more decent laps in. As you can see, I've closed the gap right down to Hamster again. The 47.5. The laps are getting quicker towards the end, and the fuel's dropping. You see 7.3 litres in at the moment. Hamster going for a little lighter fuel load. I was a bit worried. Maybe I might have used a little bit more. I don't know why, because they're all the same cars and they all use about the same. So as you can see, I've closed the gap right down to Hamster, but I'm not going to attack him. The cars in front of him have got a biggish gap now. We've got a 4.4 second gap to David B behind us. We're on lap 22, only 3 laps to go. It's all about just keeping it on the track now, just settling for where we are, making sure we don't make any more silly mistakes. Just cross the line onto lap 23 or 48.1, sorry, and see, just lifting off front car, sliding couple, Hamster clipping the gravel on the outside, almost losing the back end. As the exit Druids down the hill. Here we go. So it's been an interesting race, a frustrating race for me personally. Could have been a lot higher if it wasn't. Well, it could have been a 2, 3, maybe 4 places higher if it wasn't for mistakes like that. Just too hot. He seems to get to that sort of grip level where you just can't keep it. And look, David B on my outside now. We're on lap 23. David B comes down the outside of me. I have to chuck him behind him, but no, I dived down the inside. A little bit of contact. He left the gap up. I thought he was going to close the gap up, but he left it open, so I've gone down the inside. You can't blame me for taking that. A little bit of contact, but nothing too major. Maybe knock some wing mirrors off. That was about it. If you left the gap open, you've got to go for it, especially at this late stage against someone who's not your teammate. Yeah, you can consolidate, but I don't want to drop too far down. So now I've got a bit of pressure behind, and this is what I was saying while I interrupted myself. That's why this race was frustrating for me. Little mistakes like that, what could have been done with. If we enter the last lap, 25 and 25, Sponge still leading the way. if you've enjoyed this video of round 1 of the championship, please go back to check out the rest of my videos. There's all sorts of little one-lap things, dirt rally, other games obviously, Formula 1 game, and there's a car going the wrong way on the hairpin. The Formula 1 game, which is coming out soon. I'll be doing championships on that, more single-player championships with the Formula 1 game. I'd like to thank you for watching. It's a win for for Hamster Racing. Corporal Hamster, I wish he won, but Sponge has took the win. Falcon in 4th place, 7th place for Corporal Hamster, and 8th place for me. So all in the points for Team Hamster Racing. I would like to thank each and every one of you for watching and your support if you watched on Twitch Live. But we'll see you for this round 2, which is at Donington Park on the 12th of the 7th. We will see you then, and in the meantime there will be other videos, little one-lap videos, what we normally do, maybe a couple of epic online races. But I'd like to thank you, and it's a big goodbye from me, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.